So the QK75. I just want to get this out the way now. This is probably one of my best sounding boards at the moment. It is so nice, dude. Like, especially that space bar. I don't know if you can hear it. Dude, come on. Now, with all that being said, this is extremely early. When I'm posting this, it's not going to come out till like the end of November. We got a while till it's come out. But I was like, hey, I'll just go ahead and I'll do it early. But in reality, this was like the only board I had in the queue for like videos. It's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Now I have like 4 or 5 waiting for me that need to get done very soon. So this is the QK75, of course, from QWERTY. Once again, this is a beautiful board. So nice, so minimal, super clean. Like nothing crazy, just a solid, good build. So unboxing this thing, at least for me, I have a lot in front of me. Now for you, whenever you actually get this, probably won't be that much. It'll be like the plate you got or the whatever PCB you got as well, plus the extra foam. But for me, I have both versions, so it's kind of a lot, so don't look too much into that. Looking at the case itself, white/beige version, and it looks stunning, dude. I'm a big fan of my grays, whites, blacks. That's just me, I'm very minimal. Looks really good once again. Super smooth, has a really nice touch all the way around it, and it feels really high quality. Taking a look at it closer, you see in like the inner part of the case, you see a little like window, like on a desktop. Like, it looks pretty cool. At the URL up there. Look, it looks pretty cool. I like that part. But flipping it over is where the magic is. Get a beautiful weight. This thing is gorgeous. You have the little text you see, and it looks pretty cute. Little cursive and stuff like that. Now, the weight itself is like reflective and like that oil slick look. Looks pretty clean. Really, really clean, actually. Like, I see no imperfections. It's a fingerprint magnet, of course, but it's super clean, dude. I love this thing. I think that's what makes it really minimal, then bam, pop a color. So other than that, besides the little piece for like the knob and the little badges, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go ahead and move on. Moving on to the whole internals of the thing, you get the PCB, which you have the soldered or the hot swap version. I'm gonna be using the hot swap version just because it's a little bit easier and don't have to do a lot of soldering, so yeah. Next for the plates, we have a palm version or the FR4, and I went ahead and used the FR4 once again just because I like FR4. As you can tell, both plates have the little cuts, the flex cuts for it because it is gasket mounted. Talking about the knob and the badges now. So it does come with either knob or badges. Now, when it comes to like purchasing this thing, you probably have to pick which one you want. I would probably get one that you can get both. So having the knob just because you can have a knob and it does look good. Badges, for me, I think the badges look better, especially with this like white beige colorway. Just for this build, I like the badges more, but both are really cool. Now, how you actually do the badge or the knob has its own little PCB part that you like screw it all into the plate on the bottom, and it has a little wire for it so it can work. And for the badges, it actually has a piece that is screwed into the top plate, and it has a little magnet part. That's how it like sticks together and it's more secure, and it doesn't really move. It's pretty nice. Plus the badges, at least the two I have, they're pretty cool. I like the little plant one. I like that one better. Now lastly, this is a tri-mode PCB, which just means it has different ways of connecting to your PC so you can use it. I want to read this off for you so that you know exactly how to do it, just in case, real quick. You hold function and tab until the R starts flashing, then press function and R for 5 seconds so that blinks even faster, and then you should be good. Just plug in the little dongle piece into the PC. Bam, that's how you do all that. Now, moving on to the price. For the build I have, it's not set in stone because once again, this is a little bit early compared to when it's supposed to be coming out. It's going to be $195. And with shipping, which they say it should be around $40, US of course, safe to assume that it's going to be around $250. Now, go and check the site exactly whenever you're watching this video if you are interested. Maybe close to time of the end or mid-November, you should be able to see all like the stuff for it. But for right now, I don't have all the information, but once you go to the site, you'll be able to find all that out. So it should be pretty easy. But now let's go ahead and look at the keyboard more. Go ahead and unscrew the top part from the bottom and go ahead and open it up. Now, if you were going to be using a knob, go ahead and do this part now. I could just get it out the way. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get the PCB. And now we can pick our switches and our plate. So for me, I went with the wuque Studio switches that are the fog. I've been really loving these switches. They sound so good. I use it on the QK60, actually not these exactly, but the blue version. And these are so nice. They are made up of palm and have 5 pins. They're really smooth stock, so you don't actually have to lube them, which I love that. I don't want to have to lube any switches. So now we can take some and put some into the FR4 plate, so that's easier, so we can put it all mounted together. I did use the included foam so that I can put it in between the plate and the PCB, and then I put all the other switches back in. And then I went ahead and filled in all the holes where the switches go. Now before we actually get the PCB in the plate and all the switches, put it into the case, go ahead and wire it all up to be able to use exactly how you want it, either the tri-mode. Now we have to wire it up for the USB Type-C port to work, so go ahead and do that before doing it, because it is very upsetting when you don't do that first and then you screw it all in and you have to unscrew it all. So go ahead and do that. Now we can go ahead and screw in the top part of the case, and it looks pretty good, pretty clean, all white on white. Now moving on to the keycaps. These are some that I've been wanting to use for a while now. Shit, I can't remember how to say it. All right, I don't know how to actually say the name of the keycaps, but I did a whole bunch of translation thing. It was Kabuki-CHO. That sounds like I'm saying something like wrong. They're from PBTFANS, whatever. They look pretty good. I like the whole color scheme, especially on the right hand side. You see the little acrylic pieces, blank ones. They look pretty cool. Color scheme is insane. I think this keycaps could go really well with a lot of boards. Oh, and by the way, for the stabs, I went ahead and lubed them with Thock 205 grade 0. Nothing crazy. That's it, and they sound pretty good. Now we can go ahead and hear the sound test. Dude, come on. It sounds so good. You can't deny, man. It's such a beautiful board. Just typing with it, it's so much fun. Just having it in front of me it makes me want to do more. Makes me want to type, get to work on it. I don't know how to explain it. I think this thing is worth the price. A little bit steep, but once again, like, you wouldn't need another quick keyboard after this. Like, this is really good. Like, you don't, no mods, just normal lubing, spacebar. All of the stabs sound really good. But yeah, that is the end of the build. I think this thing turned out great. The keycap choice, in my opinion, is great. I think either like a black set or even just a white or something a little bit more muted would make it more minimal. But I didn't go that route, clearly. Switches sound so good. Once again, wuque Studio Fog switches, really nice. They are linear, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but they are linear. Once again, go to the site closer to time, and you can find everything out here. You can order it. It's all good. It's nice. I would do it. This is a really nice keyboard. Yeah, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Thanks for all the subscribers and stuff like that. It means a lot to me. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Let's just